We are live. You can go ahead and go.
You got the. I was just making sure you looked at the audio because we've been mixed up about muting everybody. So, all right, guys. Hey, welcome to the Tech and Things podcast. We are on episode 5. If you, for those of you who are watching or friends with me on Facebook, the Tech and Things podcast is now on Facebook as well. We keep moving up each week. Started hit TikTok last week.
I was gonna copy the invite. I was gonna copy the Facebook page thing. I should probably go do that, eh?
Yeah. So we're on Facebook now. Go find us. Give us a follow on there. But for those of you who are already on there, I went ahead out and dropped our topic for the week.
That is the Facebook page right there. They're in chat.
So I went ahead and dropped this week's topic for you guys. A little sneak preview.
But then also, if you guys browse Twitch, I also go live with me prepping for the week.
So this week we are going to cover the
Starter Home Network.
The Starter Home Network. If you want to be a gamer, streamer,
podcaster,
podcaster, anything at home, this is basically where you need to start.
And also, and sorry for Zach's green screen being messed up. His lighting situation is currently a little lacking.
Yeah, so, it's a little bit of a struggle here, but I can try to turn it up. Maybe I can try and make it a little brighter. Struggle bus. Alright, how are we looking there?
Slightly better, a little less shadow, a little bit lacking in the face, but it's good.
Well, we'll roll with it for today. Like I said, we're still growing.
We will be investing in some lights.
One of these days, we'll get it all figured out.
I don't see that happening anytime in the near future. I'll be honest with you guys.
Yeah, we're always gonna have a big up.
Yeah.
So, anyways, before we get into the main topic, we kind of wanted to take our hot tech segment and just go after and talk about our PC build that we have coming up. So Jake, give us the rundown on what we got going on there.
So, as you know, it was, I believe, episode 3. I believe it was episode 3. We went over.
Episode 3.
It was episode 3. Man, we've been going for a whole 5 episodes now.
Yeah.
But we built a PC out on PC Part Picker, which then we then ordered the parts. Also, we're actually building that PC for for someone who goes to church. I'm not sure if he's viewing. If he does, hey bud. And we are going to be building out his PC, which will be very cool. Parts have been ordered. I got an email from one of the places saying that my order got delivered. It's not going to be here till the 17th of November. So that build would most likely be coming to us probably on the 26th of November. Just to make sure everything's ordered, everything's in, and actually giving me time to build it.
Okay, so just to kind of plan it out, 26th of November is Thanksgiving.
Oh wow, yeah, right. I totally knew that.
So by the time all these parts get to us, we're probably looking at getting this thing on the stream for the build the 3rd of December.
The 3rd of December? Whoa.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So we're
that's coming a what?
It's gonna be a month out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed that the parts are taking this long to get
here. I know. And of course, it's one of we are just waiting for the graphics card. I believe that's the longest delay being the 17th. So we might be able to build it out.
Might be able to take an episode, build it out, and then our hot tech next week, slap it, or the hot tech 1 week whenever we get all the parts in, or finally get the graphics card in, and throw that in and fire it up.
Yeah.
I mean, we could. I mean, for the sake of things, we could probably slap a graphics card in it for the time being, just so we can build.
Make sure it's built. So it might be coming sooner, might be coming later. Kind of depends on when everything happens. So yeah, that's that covered, I'd say.
Yeah, I know I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Should be a fun little build. I'm actually in the market to try to see. I was doing a lot of looking around on PC Part Picker today, actually, of how can I build a gaming PC for an 8-year-old for under $250.
Under 250?
Yeah, a lot of used parts. I actually looked on PC Part Picker and narrowed it down to some builds that they said that they gave me a breakdown of all the parts that they got.
Yeah. I have my lowest range gaming PC that I've built out and saved comes down to $359.
Okay.
And that's barely passing by as a PC at that point.
This one ended up having 8 gigs of RAM. It was an i5.
All right.
i5. I mean, for all that she's doing on it, it's Roblox and maybe Minecraft eventually. So an i5 with 8 gigs of RAM. I mean, I could always add more RAM to it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. So, I'll be honest. Not even joking. Most likely, the third most expensive thing is probably the case. It's not a very expensive build. So yeah, we're getting really off topic.
Oh no, we're somewhat on topic. We're talking about PC builds.
Yeah.
So kind of on track there. We've got, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure how long the home network is going to take us to talk about, but I don't think it's going to be super long, so I was trying to give our viewers some content to
we should probably do that.
So anyways, maybe we'll try to, maybe we'll do like a we'll do a hot tech around trying to see what we can. So anyways, maybe we'll do half an episode on what we can do to try to find parts to build a PC for under $250.
Yeah, that would be rough. I'll be honest.
That would be challenging. It would be challenging, but I think we might be able to. Accomplish that.
Yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of posting around of the stream going out, and so I have some Discords and stuff that I know for a fact that I am allowed to do this in.
Type it away.
So yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, we can probably just go ahead and get back to basically get back into the swing of things here, and so let's start talking about the home network.
Yeah, we should probably get into that. Hey, yeah, Coral, what's going on, bud?
Oh, Coral.
Back as always.
Yes, sir. He is probably our top viewer, or at least our most active viewer.
Got a new he says that he got a new phone, Galaxy A21. Nice. I've heard those are pretty good. Okay, question. Do you guys want music? It feels really weird not having music. I don't know. It's not. I think we should keep music a special thing. Music is a special thing. Okay, we got an answer. No music. Answer is no music. Ah, ah,
No
ah,
music.
bad.
Okay. All right. So Jake, let's take it away. So you said you'd take this question this week.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about this. Oh no, questions. Oh
Even
no.
even even though I am the network technician, you're gonna take this one away. So tell the viewers here, what is a home network?
Darn it, I wasn't prepared for this. I actually technically was prepared for this. If you guys, shameless plug over at my Twitch, I stream some of my prep for this. So yeah. But yeah. What is a home network? It's basically two computers, interwebs, all of that talking to each other, doing what it needs to do. And then kind of what would be needed for that: a modem, router, or a gateway. Obviously, then a ISP. And if you want to do a mixed network, which I'll be getting into here in a bit, you may need a Ethernet splitter. And then on the topic of that kind of stuff, you want a wireless or wired setup. Hey, what's going on? Wired, it's generally faster, might be a bit more secure, possibly sometimes more reliable, but it won't work with a non-Ethernet ported device. And if you need to run cables, wouldn't be the best for having visitors over. But then if you go into wireless, it's definitely easier for visitors can hit your smart devices, phones, tablets, etc., as well as no cables. That's always a pretty good benefit, other than the cables running from the outside into your modem and router. But then most homes do have both a wired or wireless, kind of going to the needs of where you're going to.
Generally nowadays, if you have a standard cable modem, they will have at least 4 LAN ports on the back. And whenever I say LAN, it's a local. LAN stands for local area network.
I'm looking over here.
And so that's your local internal network. I froze up there. So they'll have 4 LAN ports on the back, as well as Wi-Fi coming out of the cable modems. So with the four wired ports on the back, you'll be able to expand out a wired network across there.
And that's where the that's where the Ethernet splitter may come in to take one cable and be able to hit, out to your assorted devices. So yeah, that's that. Also, I do have an image here to share, which is just kind of how it might work. Running a Cat5 or Cat6 cable to your desktops, and you can hit wireless with your wireless router, which you can use cable or a fiber wire thing coming from your ISP. Yes, Zach.
Jake, on the Discord thing, change the screen a little bit, because I can't see.
Well, the Discord thing. What Discord thing?
On our call here, share the right screen, because I can't see anything that you're showing anybody.
You should be able to see it up in the.
Do I have to click watch stream? I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Sorry, I goofed. It's been a long week. Yeah. So this picture's still live, Jake?
Yes.
Okay. So, wanted to talk to a little bit about this. So,
now that goes. But
yeah.
Wiley, to answer your question, we've been pretty good, other than a long week. And sure, if you'd like to post a pic of that, you can go ahead and do that inside of our Discord server.
I think you already did. You're day late and $1 short.
I am not late.
Yeah, I saw it pop through. I saw it pop through a little bit ago.
There is nothing. There is nothing under pictures.
He dropped it in the staff chat.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he dropped it in the staff chat.
Where? No, he didn't.
I'm looking at it right now. He's stripping cable.
Oh, wait, I'm blind. I thought that was a bird's nest.
No.
I'm blind.
So anyways, back to the picture here. So on the right, so on the I guess yeah,
here?
on the right hand, so on no, right hand side.
Right.
It says internet.
Yeah, I'm blind. This is why I don't do things that require that.
Yeah, so on the right hand side where it says internet. So the internet coming in to where it says ISP. ISP is actually going to be your cable modem. So if probably the big black box that you get from Comcast, or if you're around our area, Antietam Cable, or HughesNet, whatever service provider you're using.
You said Q's or did you say Hughes?
Hughes. I know it's a satellite. Okay. Yeah, it's a satellite one. I know. But it's still
my dad used to work for them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Doug.
You forgot about the Doug working for HughesNet for HughesNet networking system.
Yeah,
you forgot about that.
I did. Me and Doug don't actually talk about it too much.
Really?
Surprisingly,
I'm surprised about that. I'm surprised you haven't heard the story of how he got down to Antarctica.
Huh. I'll have to ask him about that.
Yeah,
but
you should totally ask him about that. Know what?
I will.
I bet before stream ends, I could get him to come up here and talk about it.
we'll have to see how we're doing on time. So
who cares about the time limit? I'm taking this from Pastor Randy's book. We don't need a time limit.
Says the man who has to stare at a countdown clock for an hour and a half.
Okay.
But anyways, so ISP right there, that's going to be your cable modem. And now a lot of the cable modems will take care of routing your IP addresses. But in most cases, they don't give you a lot of flexibility on what your IP scheme and your subnet is. So if you want a little bit more flexibility and control over the network without having to log in, jump through a hoop to get logged into the cable modem, go out and get yourself a wireless router, or just a regular cable router as well. Which is that device right there in the middle, and then you can go wired or wireless to any of these devices. Jake, I think I'm almost jumping over you. I think you have the next point in the thing, and I don't have them written down in front of me, and I kind of forget what your.
I took optimal speeds for home gaming.
Gotcha.
Yes. Okay. No. So let me find the text about this. Oh yes. So we have what is a home network? What are optimal speeds for home gaming? What devices are available for low budget home network, and how do we get these devices hooked up? That is all of our questions.
Okay. So before we get into the devices, we need to start with the internet service provider, the ISP.
Right.
Your ISP, you can get a bunch of different packaged plans, from a low speed where you're just going to be, where you just need it to, send emails, do whatever, up all the way up to, hey, I've got 3 roommates. We all stream gaming and run podcasts in a different room at the same time. I need as much bandwidth as I can get. So,
and then it also be unlimited, because if not, we're gonna go broke.
Right. So Jake, break us down. What did you get? So your question really was the base. So if you're just a guy who jumps in, play some online games, might do a little bit of streaming, and running multiple devices. What's that? What kind of network speeds are we talking about?
So I kind of base this off of a fairly average home for someone playing multiplayer and streaming.
And so I'm sorry, when we're talking about speeds, we're talking about the rate of the download speed,
right,
as opposed to the megabits per second of the upload speed. So both of those are going to be measured in megabits per second,
and that'll be seen as the abbreviation Mbps. For those that don't know that. So for the average home, I'm going off of 3 people, 3 phones, 1 laptop, 1 gaming rig, and an Xbox. This is a fairly internet intensive heavy house. From a,
which most homes are nowadays. I mean, everyone's got a smartphone, and most people now have a PC, and then a lot of people are running video streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, all that. So need that bandwidth to get so I can watch Tarzan.
Tarzan, or Avatar. That's an amazing movie.
It is. I agree.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna stop right there on the whole movie things. I could get really off topic when it comes to movies.
All right. So drop us the speeds,
right,
Jake.
So
the people want the speeds.
The speeds. I'll give you the speeds. I kind of came up with something around 50 down, 5 up for a gaming and streaming. But that's depending on how many devices are going to be active at that time. If you're playing, Halo 3 multiplayer, I know it's not a thing anymore, but Halo 3 multiplayer on your Xbox, streaming Fortnite off of your PC, you might need something a little bit more than that. But if you're just streaming and someone is watching something on their phone, 50 down, 5 up will be perfect and plenty for 1080p streaming.
Yeah, and that's all the more that I run at my house. Is the 50 down, 5 up. Sometimes Comcast doesn't meter their connections. They don't really meter too much on the download speeds.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time I'm getting 85 to 100 down, but I'm only getting I'm pegged out at like 4.87.
Yep, that's
whenever I run a speed test.
That's where I'm at most of the time. Dude, why does that open up there? So you guys got to see speed tests up there for a bit. But yeah, I can look at my previous tests and I get 66 down 4.5 up. And that's pretty consistent. About 4 to 5 up and anywhere from about 50 and higher on the down. So that's kind of a fairly good speed, especially for streaming, gaming, that kind of thing.
Yeah, say right now I'm obviously on a video call here with Jake, so we can get the stream going. So I'm not actually streaming,
but you are still technically streaming because you're sending a video data out and
yeah. And my wife's upstairs, I'm assuming probably watching Netflix, and each time whenever I go to search something on and this may just be my it may very well just be my PC, but
you and your like 64 gigs of RAM or however much you have.
No, that's my work PC.
Oh yeah, right. You got slow boy at you end up getting the slow boy at home, eh?
Yeah, I've got to. You'd laugh. You would literally laugh at.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. What'd you just do? What just braked? You good?
Yeah, I think I'm good now. You would literally laugh at the little tiny, like literally this thing is only about my PC at home is only about that big. It's a little Dell 3020
You
Small.
you basically have a PC from a hospital.
Yes, basically.
You have a PC from a hospital. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I am so sorry. I need to build you a PC, dude.
Yeah. Well.
You should build a PC, dude.
Well, that's the thing is whenever that's why I'm trying to build that low budget gaming PC for $250.
Oh my gosh, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry, Zach. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'll survive until the podcast takes off and I can afford to build a 2G gaming PC.
2G. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm dumb. I'm slow today. $2,000. Yeah. That.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little slow today. If you can't tell. But going more in depth into the whole speed things, it really also then depends on what kind of game you're planning on playing. And this is like the minimum, requirement to have. So if you're playing a MMO or a real-time strategy game, you're looking at about 3 megabits per second down, about half up, with a ping of 150 milliseconds or less. Because ping is also another thing. You can have really high speeds, but then have like a 300 ping network, which I don't think that's really even possible. But that could be an issue. Ping is a big issue.
So basically the your mid range speeds that you want to try to get from your ISP. So we're talking 50 down, 5 up.
Right. That's
So on the top end, you're probably talking. I think I know when I was first looking at internet providers, they were I got the 50 down, 5 up. But there was also the next tier up was probably 75 down, 10 up, and then you get 100 down, 20 up. That's the more or less like business class internet.
So yeah.
Which that's not cheap. Business class internet
is
not
cheap. No, I know. Because we used to have really good internet because of what my dad did. He used networking systems. He was installing stuff. He was field manager and stuff, I think. He needed to have good internet access all the time. Who's messaging me? Go away. But then if you're playing let's say a RPG, you're looking at probably a down rate of about 1.5 and a up rate of 1, which isn't bad. That's on the pretty low end. But once you get into the FPS, you're looking at about 30 down, 1 up, for a ping of 16. So yeah, that's kind of the whole gaming speed stuff. But people who can provide that is the Frontier, Fios, as well as the Verizon Fios, as well then is Cox and Xfinity. Those are some people that do provide speeds in that category.
Excellent. All right.
So now it's your time to talk for half an hour.
Oh, I can talk for about I can talk forever.
Trust me, I know.
So, Jake, do me a favor. Go ahead and pop up that home network image back up for me.
Popped it.
Excellent. So obviously, from the beginning right there, ISP, that's going to be your cable modem. And the next one there, when we're talking a wireless router, I don't always like wireless routers. My cable modem actually honestly handles my IP address routing. which not all of them do. If you have an older one, it probably won't. So
Which
options are buy a router, or buy a firewall. So that rolls me into kind of what I wanted to talk about is firewalls and routers. Um, not everybody needs a firewall. Are they good to have? Sure, but you don't need to go spending $200 or more on, or I mean, some of your firewalls can even run you up to $400. So let's see if hopefully my computer doesn't freeze.
if it does, this is my show now.
Oh yeah,
I am the solo host now.
I'll be back.
I don't think that that's how that line goes. I think it's like I'm the captain now or something. Good movie. Good movie.
It's gonna freeze out on me once it actually decides to load. But anyway, so
what do you need me to Google?
Don't really need you to Google anything. It's gone now.
All right, cool.
I'm just trying to get some actual like pricing and brands for firewall routers. And my Google Chrome froze. Anyways, all right, I'm done piddling around with that thing. So anyways, it'd probably help if I closed out the YouTube webpage.
I'm looking for firewall routers, right?
Yeah. So I know of a couple. Cisco. Cisco makes a decent router, and that's probably your most.
Cisco.
That's probably your most hairy homeowner user friendly firewall. Is a Cisco router. But like I said, unless you're doing some, if you got a nice build, not a nice expensive PC build, and you're doing a lot of streaming and gaming and whatnot, you probably want to have a firewall in place just to kind of for a little bit of your own protection.
Right.
But
especially as you become to grow a lot more, you become the target for people to grab your stuff. So
a lot of data phishing going on these days.
So especially if you get up there in the follower count and the popularity, firewalls are very nice. Or VPNs.
Yeah, well, say perks of getting firewalls is if you have a firewall at your house and you have a firewall located somewhere that's not your house, VPN tunnel it in, and you can all be tied in on the same network.
Right. Which is awesome.
But moving aside, if you're not really too worried about about security, your standard, I mean, I hate to say it, but your standard Netgear Wi-Fi router does the job. They're super simple to set up. They're super simple to set up. Pretty much plug and play, set a password, and you're on your way. You can set your IP scheme, go from there. Gives you wireless capabilities. My personal preference, though, I'm not spending the money on a Wi-Fi router. I have a fairly I don't like saying a large house, but I have a very wide floor plan. So where my modem is compared to where my modem is down here in my little office area to reach the entire house, I actually pulled a cable from my office all the way over into my garage and dropped a wireless access point.
Ah, nice.
So I prefer having the wireless access points in place rather than a Wi-Fi router, especially if you're doing a wired network and trying to do wireless. I mean, I've got all of my wireless devices run run off of that device there, so it's not actually getting pulled from the modem. It's six of one, half dozen the other, kind of, but I feel like it cleans up the network a little bit, where all my wireless devices are pulling the bandwidth from that wireless access point, where all my wired devices, my PC, my PlayStation, is all pulling from the switch.
Right.
Which brings me to my next piece of hardware. So we've got modem to the wireless router or firewall. Then to it could branch off and go to a wireless access point if you wanted to add an access point in. And for those that are kind of scratched at access point, it's basically a Wi-Fi distributor. It's what disperses Wi-Fi. It's basically just an antenna that'll give off your Wi-Fi signal. So after the router can branch off to the wireless access point, or go to a network switch. And actually, most of the time, you actually wouldn't run the access point right off the router. I'd actually bring it out of a network switch. Now, Jake, I don't know how fast you might be able to pull an image, or if you have one ready. I'm sorry I didn't have one for you.
On what? I can pull an image.
Just look up a Netgear ProSafe.
Netgear Pro. Hang on.
Yeah, Netgear ProSafe. 8-port switch.
8-port gigabit.
Yep.
All right. Images. Save image as. Episode 5. Okay. It should just have downloaded. Waiting for it. Okay, I have to You guys are gonna lose. Oh, everything just kind of broke. 1 moment, please. Share. Okay.
There we go. So, for those of you who don't know what a switch is, this is a network switch. Netgear, ProSafe, I use these, every day. Different places all the time. Basically, if you think about it, this is it's called a switch, but when I'm trying to explain it to people, that it is like a splitter.
Right.
Splits off your network. And this one here gives you 8 ports. You obviously have to have one going in, providing the network, and then it disperses it out to 7 other devices. They make all different size switches, all the way down from 2-port to 4-port, 5-port, 8-port. There's a couple 9-port ones I've seen, 12-port, 16, all 24. I've even seen there's even 48-port ones.
At that point, you're looking into a
commercial.
Yeah, you're looking commercial. at a commercial or server type thing.
Right.
Who really needs
rack mounted?
Yeah, right.
You'd be surprised at the people that I follow threads on Reddit and their home networks. They have full-blown rack systems, wires pulled through their house, data drops in the walls. Like, they are prepared for internet warfare. So it's
I need to see this. You need to send me screenshots of these things.
If you jump on Reddit,
hang on, pulling up Reddit.
It's Ubiquity Home Labs.
UBI. Ubiquity.
I think,
hang on.
or it might just be Home Labs. I forget what it is. I haven't been on Reddit in a little while. Um,
I see one called r/ubiquity. Oh yeah.
all right,
Oh yeah. Yep.
R,
Yep. Home Labs. Uh.
and then r/home networking, is another one.
Okay. So
Um,
r/ubiquity.
oh no, right there, r/home lab. Yeah, a lot of those
Ah.
get quite ridiculous.
Go to r/home lab. Okay, guys, this is how we get way off topic.
So here's
oh my
one. Oh,
gosh.
here's one. I don't know
Yeah,
how.
yeah, yeah. I just saw that. Oh my
You're just looking at
gosh.
the same one.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, they
okay.
get,
I'm gonna go to top and then all time. I just want to see what some of the dumbest. Oh my gosh.
this
That
is actually
Nintendo Switch. 6, 12, 12, 24, 48. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna share my Chrome Chrome screen. Chrome screen. I need to open up the actual Discord app. I'm gonna show you guys this. That is a 24.
I don't see anything on my end, Jake.
You sure?
Yeah, I see.
Is the stream open?
Unless you, unless it, unless you stop stop sharing.
No, it should be there. Be right next to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a 24 Switch. 24. I'm assuming that's Yep, that's a 24
port
Nintendo Switch. It's actually labeled as a Nintendo thing. That's cool.
That's a pun.
Yeah. Okay, gonna go back to the.
Just hit my mic. So anyway, so after we get through to the Switch, and there's two types of switches. There's regular just data switches, like the one you saw there, and there's actually ones that provide PoE. For those of you who don't know what PoE is, that is power over Ethernet. So the benefits to power over Ethernet. No, it doesn't provide you more networking power.
Sadly,
it basically just takes your 12, your 110 volt out of your outlet, converts it to whatever it needs to send out to, like an IP phone, a camera, a wireless access point.
Right.
Things that don't immediately have a DC plug or an AC. Yeah.
DC, AC, whatever, same thing. Actually, no.
It's
one will kill you quickly, the other not as quickly.
Yeah. So PoE is just power to your devices. So like an IP camera, it doesn't have a wall plug. You can't plug it into the wall. Some might, but for your standard security camera, they're not going to have a wall plug. You're going to need a way to get power to it through the Ethernet port, and that's where a PoE switch comes into play. So like I was saying, then after your network switch, it can then branch off. I prefer to have it branch off to the wireless access point after the network switch. And then so after that, not really after that, but along with coming out of the Switch, then you're going to your devices. You're going to your PlayStation, if you're hardwired, your Xbox, PC, and that's where I would fall for your standard home network. Is you've probably got a PlayStation, a PC sitting in roughly close proximity to your cable modem, where you would be able to do this wired network. Unless you're redoing your house and you're pulling pulling data cable for a 48 port switch where you've got 4 drops in every room of your house. And then you'd be able to hook up and access your wireless access point with your mobile devices, your Nintendo Switch, your phones, your iPads, your tablets, laptops, anything like that. So I kind of knocked out both questions in one,
Yeah.
Jake, of kind of how I did that. That's called efficiency.
Which I apparently have none of, because I could barely answer one question, let alone 2 in 1.
Knocking out two questions in one go. Your standard network. I think we kept that fairly simple. I mean, it can get very complicated.
Very complicated, very quickly, enough to even confuse me midstream. Like, I was just looking into stuff, probably about half an hour into my research, I was just like, what?
Oh yeah, there's definitely a rabbit hole you can start crawling down there. But yeah, no, it's this whole thing is kind of what I do for a living. Is, I mean, aside from installing the software portion, I'm the hardware guy. Whereas, I'm on the ladder pulling cables, hooking up switches. I enjoy that. I enjoy that side of the business. I'm not big on the sit down in a room and talk to people all day long, training them. I don't have fun doing that. I have fun, climbing ladders, getting thrown up in the air on a forklift.
Yeah, remember that? And then it broke.
Yeah, that was fun. So
Story
time. Backstory on that. We did a firework event for the town of Waynesboro,
which is where we are close to.
And me and Jake were tasked with live streaming the fireworks because those
and recording and turning it into another video and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so because of COVID times, we live streamed fireworks, which was fun and cool and all. But we had to get all of our equipment on top of a high school.
We're talking that was probably probably a like mid ATX tower. We did both monitors, yeah.
Yeah, two monitors.
Two monitors.
A full size PC, a bunch of extension cords, a table, a cooler, a couple fans, all to the roof of this high school. And I got the bright idea to throw everything on a pallet and get the forklift to lift me up and all the equipment while I'm standing on the pallet,
as well as a camera and tripod and all the stuff for that. And it was probably the dumbest decision ever, but it was fun.
And about halfway up, a belt breaks loose on the forklift, so it won't go up or down. So I have to flip around the other side midair. And I mean, and it's a 2-story. It was a 2-story high school, so I was up there.
Yeah,
had to climb up and get the belt back on the pulley in the air.
But at the same time, this has all of the expensive stuff on it. This has the PC. Did not have the camera because I carried the camera up because I did not want to break my camera.
So PC, 2 monitors, the cooler. That was the important part.
Yeah, the cooler. We cannot forget the cooler.
And then so in the midst of trying not to let the other belt come off the pulley, because if that would have happened, everything would have plummeted to the ground.
And I would have said, "Oh no!" We would have had to make a very difficult call explaining why we can't stream. Oh, that would be bad.
Although in my defense, Pastor Randy would have did the exact same thing because that's where I normally get my ideas from.
Okay, yeah, right, but still, we would then still have to call him and say, "Hey, we kind of broke your PC."
He would have understood.
Yeah. And also Zach's kind of busted up, but he'll be fine.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So, anyways, that was a fun trip, fun little thing. But look, Jake, we made it through the entire time. I told you told you I knew how to talk for 30 minutes.
Yeah, you sure do.
So Jake, I honestly think we need to start giving our viewers a little bit of a heads up of what to expect next week. So they're not waiting for us to, name drop stuff on Facebook. So
what are we even doing? We have put so a little bit of backstory into how we come up with stuff. It'll be like Tuesday, and we'll just say, hey, what do we want to do the topic this week? Like, I don't know. And then Wednesday, what question?
Yeah, we need to do a better job at doing this, because we cram a lot of research and studying into
about a day and a half.
Into about a day and a half, and then we're just kind of like burn out. So we're just like, we'll just take the weekend to think about it. We'll talk about the topic on Sunday, and then we never do.
And then the same thing happens.
Yep. So what do you want to talk about next week, Jake? What are you feeling?
I don't know.
Because I kind of went after the home network thing this week. Anything advanced robotics?
No.
No, because that would have panned out about as well as the 5G there. 5G. I'm still just kind of waiting on more information.
Yeah, because there's like nothing out there about it. It's pretty much, oh yeah, 5G. It's cool. It's fast. It helps first responders. Great. Woo. That's it. You know what? I have a bright idea. I think we should just do a bit of a Q&A type thing. Of we get questions from them and we answer them.
If we don't get questions,
what
happens if we don't get enough questions? Really?
We sat there for an hour.
Yeah, okay. I know Coral will have enough, plenty of questions. But
Coral could probably keep us busy for 4 episodes.
I'm waiting for my Chrome tab here to load. I'm just gonna kind of pick one off the list here. Because I have a list. It's just in my Google.
And now,
Google
what is
Doc.
your list?
Huh?
And now, what is your list? I got a list. Do you have a list?
What's on your list? Because my list isn't loading.
I never said that I had a list. I said, do you have a list? What's on your list? I don't have a list.
I thought you said you had a list.
No, I don't have a list. Why would I have a list? It's your job to have a list.
Yeah, it's tough being in charge sometimes.
Hey, I'm just kind of yeah, sure. I'll research it. I'll fix things. Oh, also, that's pretty much been my job, Al. Let's just fix things. That's pretty much it.
You want to do something? You want to do something a little wild next week?
Sure. Also, I started playing our music because this is the end of the episode, and we play music at the end of the episode.
Never mind. My page just decided to load.
Sweet. No, tell me your wild idea. You have me intrigued. I can't speak English today.
I was gonna tell you we should download. Did you see that Android emulator from the guy on TikTok that I sent you?
No. Why would I do that?
Because it was part of that was part of the applications you need to have on your Windows PC. It was an Android emulator where you could get Among Us on the PC.
Wait, what?
Yeah. We should check that out and get
GameStream.
Get it. Yep, that's kind of what I was thinking.
I think we need to do a night game stream. Let's do it, dude.
And Among Us. Try to play Among Us on. So next week we're going to do a stream testing out this Android game emulator,
as well as us playing Among Us together. Great.
Yeah.
So we'll probably put it down below me. We can probably put it there, yeah?
Yep. Yeah, that way we can get in the same. You know, you'll host the lobby. We'll open it up and run it that way. And for whatever reason that this game emulator doesn't actually pan out, we will drop a new topic on Facebook and Twitter, and we might do an update episode here on YouTube as well, just like we did the last time. So, but plan on that for next week is a testing out this Android emulator for PC.
Yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. So yeah. That's...
And do a little bit of a game stream. That'd be cool. My first game stream ever.
Yeah, I think we can most definitely do it. That'll probably be me a little bit more. I'm gonna try not to die here. I'm trying not to die instead of, hey guys, how's it going?
All right, guys. Were you gonna take us out since I brought us in?
No, that's your job.
Okay.
You come in and out. I just talk in the middle.
I told you guys it's tough being in charge.
No,
guys.
I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching the tonight's podcast. Come back. We are doing this on the 5th, right? Yeah. On the 5th. Hopefully, we're gonna be playing some Among Us, which will be pretty cool. So there's that. Zach, would you like to help me out here and say something?
All right, guys. Tune in next week. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Tech of Things podcast.
8:45 p.m. EST. Be here next week, November 5th. Yeah, that's November 5th. Wow, this year's going really quick.
It has.
So yeah, be there where we'll be playing Among Us, hopefully, and testing out the Android game emulator. Hot Tech will figure it out.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
See ya.